Hey there, Plexus peeps. I'm Jamie Holbert, and I am an Emerald Ambassador under Kim Tharp. And I wanted to share with you some tips on working your Plexus business when you feel like you just don't have the time of day. Whether you're working all day, like a 9-to-5 job, whether you're at home and you're just busy with your own life. Our lives are busy, but we have time to do this, and people's lives are depending on us sharing Plexus. So I want to share with you a little bit of my story and where I come from, so that some of you can relate, and maybe some of you can take what we talk about and apply it to your own Plexus business. When I started Plexus 2 years ago in October of 2013, I was working at Legacy Preparatory with Melissa and with Kim and many of our other teammates on our Plexus team. And I was teaching high school math, I was teaching speech, I was teaching health, I was coaching junior high volleyball. And on top of that, I also have 5 kids who are currently 9 to almost 3 years old. So when I say that we were busy, we were busy. And when Plexus entered my life, it was very easy for me to say I don't have time for that. It would have been very easy for me to maybe post on weekends only, but when I came into Plexus, I also knew the potential with Plexus. And that's so important that you guys see that there's so much in this opportunity, not just with the products, but with the business opportunity. And for me, I needed Plexus to work financially. And so what I started out doing was I was very busy. So I just started out during bedtime. My husband was usually already asleep because he worked really long hours. And so I was on my own in the evenings. And I would just, once the kids were in their beds, I would sit in the hallway to make sure that they were staying in their beds. And I would sit there with my laptop and I would start learning about the Plexus products. I would start learning about the opportunity. How can I go silver? How can I go gold? I started listening to different YouTube videos. I would have one earbud in my ear so that I could hear it, and then one without it so that I could hear my kids. And I would just make a point every day, it was usually about 9 p.m., to post something about Plexus. I started the very day I signed up. So obviously I didn't have any results because I hadn't really tried Plexus yet. So I just posted about what I knew. I knew that their products worked. I knew that there was an opportunity that I needed and that probably somebody else needed. And I posted with excitement about my expectations. I knew that Plexus was going to work. I expected it to. And so I would post about going to Maui and becoming a Plexus Jewel. I posted about my hopes and dreams. And along the way, as I posted, not only did it build my belief, it built belief in my Facebook friends and family, and many of them started to jump on board. And so whether you've been doing Plexus a short time or a long time, sometimes it's always good to just reevaluate not just your why, but how. How are you presenting Plexus? Are you presenting it as like a monotone commercial? I think about the red eye guys. I don't want my friends to see me as just another advertisement in their news feed. And so I would post how it changed my energy level. I posted how it changed my friends, but I would post with excitement. And I made a point to post consistently. And that is really the key to all of this, is being consistent. There's a saying, and it's so, so true. You can work the business part-time or full-time, but you can't work it some of the time. And here's why. Even though I only had 5 minutes a day, I made those 5 minutes count. It was a very small window of time that I had to work my Plexus business, but I wanted to be committed to making it work, because even though I was making that small sacrifice of 5 minutes, which then grew to 10 minutes, which grew to 30 minutes, those minutes I was able to then buy back this year by leaving my teaching job for a year. you have to make those small sacrifices right now in order to get those long-term rewards and goals that you're aiming for with this business. So I want to encourage you to look at your daily schedule, not just weekends. Are you just posting on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Are you just posting other people's testimonials? What are you posting and how are you posting are very key ingredients to your Plexus business, but also making the time to make it count. Whatever time you have allotted, you need to make sure you're not spending it scrolling on Facebook, because that's not going to grow your business. You want to make sure if you have just 5 minutes a day to work your Plexus business, plan out what is it going to look like. I had just a short window, so I had to come in knowing this is what I've got to do. Fridays were my follow-up. I would have my list of customers or ambassadors I needed to touch base with, and I had just a short window of time to do it. And so it helped execute those things, which helped my team grow, which helped me grow. And so I want you to really think about what you're doing for your Plexus business on a daily basis. Make those small sacrifices now to grow your business and to buy back that time. I'm very blessed that this past year I was able to take the year off, and I know some of you are stay-at-home moms. For me, this was a big transition because my schedule now changed. So don't think that if you're going to make a Plexus schedule that it's set in stone. There's different seasons to your Plexus business, just like there's different seasons in your life. My season last year, once I finally got my Plexus routine down, changed. And even though I'm at home homeschooling my kids, I find that I have to work my Plexus business a little bit differently than I did last year. If you're a stay-at-home mom, it's so important that you set office hours for yourself and have the support of your family to respect your Plexus time. My husband and I have set up where I have special Plexus moments every day in which I can come into our room, I can go into the office, I can go wherever I need to go to focus on growing my business for our family, whether that's calling customer service, following up with potential customers and ambassadors, growing our team, growing myself. It doesn't matter. The list can go on forever. But the point is you need to make sure you're setting time aside. No matter what your life looks like, life is busy, and where there's always the chance to make excuses as to why you can't work your business. But one of the things that I have to remind myself when I start thinking of these excuses is somebody is depending on me, and I can't stop posting because there's somebody's life out there that their family, themselves, they're depending on me being consistent and working my business to save them, and their financial future may be depending on me. And so we have such a powerful business opportunity and products that I can't not make time for this working it. And so challenge yourself this next few days to sort of look at what are you doing with your Plexus time, how often are you doing Plexus, and are you really doing it with the intent to change lives? Because what we're doing is changing so many people's lives out there, and it's so important that we realize that people are depending upon us. So those are my little tips of wisdom, I guess you could say, and I'm so thankful to be part of our amazing team, and I can't wait to see us just grow and change so many lives around us.